this is better than working. Ooh.
Hello.
Left turn. Left turn, Clyde.
Your turn.
It'd be tempting, wouldn't it, to go in the middle?
Not that tempting.
I reckon you'd fit. So I don't know which one we're in, but we'll be one of these buildings. But you have to go check in down the bottom. The good news is, weather today, Scotchio. Bad news is, done my back. Proper sore is. What? Best Western. It's quite nice. Hello. There's no restaurant, but I kind of knew that when I booked it. There is a bar, it shuts at 9, but we walked down the road. Had a very nice meal in a casino. So it's 200 miles today, and I've just taken it off Twisty and put it on no motorway. See how my back goes. It's all on one side. It's very sore.
You're very grumpy, aren't you? Because you hurt. You're definitely a bear with a sore back.
I am a bear with a sore back today, yes. So, on y va.
I'm okay though.
Oh, that's good.
Thank goodness. As I was chirpatensing and brought all the bags down and loaded.
You did actually, you did load the panniers, you brought the big bag down for the tuk-tuks.
Did nearly all the packing.
So if you're coming on holiday and you get a bad back, I recommend bringing a little Sherpa stroke osteopath. Don't leave home without one. Right.
Go on, you can do it. Up you get, my little geriatric.
Thanks.
There you go, nearly on. That's it. Well done. Ready? Ready to take the stabiliser away.
Right, you have to do this in one nice swift movement.
No hope.
Brilliant.
I'm older than you. I need to put my foot pegs down. On your marks.
Yeah.
Get set. Go.
I'll give that a 6 out.
Almost
6 out of 10.
6 out of 60. How gorgeous is that?
Turn right.
It's telling me to go right now anyway. visor for the wind.
6 miles, turn left.
So that's where we had our tea last night.
At the casino, which looked like it was mainly slot machines.
Yes,
Possibly with a brothel next door.
that's in your imagination, not in any
We have no
fact.
firm evidence of
No,
that.
you don't have any firm evidence of that. So yeah, we went in there. It was alright, it was really nice. I had a nice steak and you had cheeseburger with like a croissant top.
Cheeseburger in a croissant bun, which was really yummy. Sounds a bit weird, but yeah, a bun made out of croissant dough rather than bread dough.
Yes, and
You had some disgusting raw beef butter.
it was a
I
really,
had a very civilised salmon.
it was a very nice medium rare steak.
Gridlock already.
It's because he doesn't know which way he's going.
Make a sharp right turn.
Come on, dude. Fanny around. Not grumpy at all, am
In 0.2 miles, turn right into Roiffé.
And I did get you coffee straight away and painkillers to
Well,
wake up
the
to.
weird thing was, when I woke up, it was fine.
Yeah.
And I got up and I thought, oh, it feels alright. And then nothing actually happened. There was no event where it suddenly went, ow. It
Turn
just
right.
went, it's just like really sore all the time. So this is the centre of town.
It's quite pretty.
In 0.3 miles, make a slight right turn onto Rue Victor Galvin.
Looks like potentially lots of choices of places to
In
eat down
0.2
here.
miles,
Yes.
take exit
Had we
1 onto
chosen
Rue
to
Victor
walk
Roses.
further.
I did say
Actually,
that.
the casino was very yummy.
It's quite a walk to get here.
Yeah.
At the roundabout, take exit 1.
Nice slippery cobbles as well. Just,
Yeah.
At the roundabout, take
We're
exit
heading
2.
fairly directly east, aren't we?
pretty much, yes.
And I'm hoping it's going to be warm, because for the first time I've taken my over jacket off, so I'm just in a base layer and a mesh jacket. And some mesh trousers, obviously.
Or as opposed to just pants.
Yeah. Which would have been irresponsible.
In 0.3 miles at the roundabout, take exit 1 onto Avenue du General de Gaulle, D768.
Right, I'll turn it off because until we get off this little bit, it's like a little thin bit, so you got to go up this road and go over the bridge and get back onto the sort of mainland bit of it, if you know what I mean. So it's quite busy, lots of roundabouts, lots of these speed bumps. So I'll see you in a bit. Bye bye, 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 bye,
Bye bye. Bye.
bye.
At the roundabout, take exit
Bye.
1.
So the drugs of kicking in. Back is still sore, but can live a bit as long as I don't bend, twist. Bending's alright, twisting's not good. So we decided that we would do a bit of major route just to cut the mileage down today, and then we can get to the hotel early and have a bit of a rest for me and we did 100 miles, basically mostly dual carriageway, so it was just 70 mile an hour, which went quite quickly, didn't it?
Hello.
Hello. So then we pulled in and had a coffee and something to eat, sat in the sun, and then I did a little bit of route to see what it would be like on the twisty option, not the super twisty option, just the one down from no motorways, because it kind of wanted to keep me on the dual carriageway most of the way there, and that would have been quite dull. So we went for the twisty option. Is at the present 93 miles left to go. Get there about 3:30, which is fine. Can't get into the room till 3 anyway. Josie was talking about going in the swimming pool, but
Because it would be good for your back.
yeah,
Possibly.
possibly. I reckon it'll be freezing cold.
Might be freezing cold. Might be good.
I say if you go in first, I'll have a hard think about it.
Okay.
You up?
Yep. Hello. Funny little person.
Yes, for the school.
There's another one. So our cross-country route seems to be taking us just through housing estates so far.
Yeah, well, we were in quite a big sort of city, so the outskirts will all be like this, and then it'll go into this countryside.
Where's Lightning Land that?
In 0.7 miles, turn left.
So if there's any really good roads, I shall
In 0.
try and remember to turn the camera on.
onto D76.
It's like we're in white
Regardless,
Turn left.
this is
vineyards all around.
better than working. Ooh,
Hello.
left turn. Left turn, Clyde.
Your turn.
Follow the road for 0.9 miles.
It did tell me I was kind of talking, just. But there was nothing behind me. Don't panic, people.
You talking
was
to
if-
Nigel?
Yes, talking to Nigel. And if I wasn't going to make that, I would have just carried on. Right, camera's going off.
For 0.9 miles.
Say goodbye.
Hey.
It'd be tempting, wouldn't it, to go in the middle?
Not that tempting.
I reckon you'd fit.
We would have to duck.
In 0.7 miles, turn left.
The bark on those vines makes them look like they're really old, but they're so short.
Right, I think, don't they keep trimming them down so that they produce lots of fruit?
No idea. Perhaps somebody who knows more will tell us.
Yes, if there's any wine buffs there, do comment. Because those ones don't look as gnarly and
Those
old.
look newer. No, they look newer. But there were also some bits we went past where there was a couple of fields where they'd obviously pulled up all the old ones, and there were piles of
Oh, I didn't see that.
stems. and they looked like the field was sort of very lightly ploughed, ready to with new vines. So maybe they have a lifespan.
That's what I was going to say.
And they replace them.
Is there a lifespan?
Yeah, they might. Maybe they've got more modern vines, are quick growing, more productive or something. So some of the older ones.
So they trade them in for a younger model.
Yeah.
Harsh.
That piles of old ones pulled up.
Oh yeah.
And it's been lightly ploughed, ready for a new lot to be planted.
Yeah, I mean, do they have to? Is it a bit like because they've been living in the field for so long, sucking all the stuff out of the soil? They have to sort of let it fallow.
Maybe I'll Google it when we're not doing.
In 0.9 miles, turn right. In 0.4 miles, turn right onto D63. Turn right.
I can't twist my head enough.
Follow the road for 1.2 miles.
Hurts my back to twist it to look left.
I did think that's why the dual carriageway was better. Because you weren't having to do that.
It's boring. This is a lot more fun. I'll just have to suck it up, Buttercup.
Well, you could rely on me to tell you if it's clear or not.
Ah, when do I ever listen to you?
In 0.9
Bearing in
miles, turn
mind that I won't remember which way we're supposed to be going.
Well, you got this in front of you to tell you.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, I'll forget to go, hang on, which way's the traffic meant to be coming?
Oh, I see, yeah.
And then you get the problem of a bit of distortion on the intercom, and I'm saying,
Yeah.
no! You hear go! Or vice versa.
Better to stop. The Eiffel Tower. It's not as big as I thought it used to be. That's it there.
There.
You've reached your destination.
That's down there.
Yeah. 100 metres.
So I don't know which one we're in, but it will be one of these buildings. But you have to go check in down the bottom. And then you park obviously outside. Where is reception? The pool's down there somewhere. Let's go check it out.
So here we are at Domaine du Roiffe. I'm sure someone will correct me on that pronunciation. And it's an amazing hotel that we stayed in last night with quite a history to it. So from, I believe it was 1842 to 1975, it was a children's correctional education institution. So essentially it was a borstal. And then in 1985, it was repurposed and opened as this hotel. So you come down this tree-lined avenue and there are 8 blocks called pavilions, and that's where the staff and their families lived. And then down at the bottom there are the 2 massive dormitories where the children lived, and all sorts of other administration buildings. And it's got a really mixed atmosphere. It's incredibly impressive. It's a little bit overwhelming. I can just imagine sort of, a child arriving here and wondering what on earth their future holds. But it also has a feel that it was trying to do good. And the whole place is beautifully maintained now. There are lots of farm buildings because it's surrounded by farmland, and they used farming as a way to try and help the children and give them skills, I guess, life skills. So you can have a walk round some of the farm. There are some chickens popping around here yesterday. Out in the field behind these houses here on the right, this morning there's a llama, and there are 3 or 4 massively hairy, I think they're sheep. It's almost impossible to tell because they don't appear to have a front or a back. They're just these kind of dark brown, massively hairy things that look like Dougal off Magic Roundabout, if you're old enough to remember that. So our pavilion is Pavilion 6, which is this one here. You can see the BM sitting outside. And we're on the first floor looking out at the back. When you arrive, you come down here to the reception. I think this used to be an administration block, and apparently this is where the naughty children went into solitary confinement, hence bars at the windows. And there's some little alcoves in there that were solitary cells, apparently. If we've got time this morning, we're going to play some mini golf. We had a little look at it yesterday. And I thought, hole number 1, bit disappointing, not very challenging. And we walked around the whole thing. Hole number 2, again, not that exciting. And then I think there's probably a full kind of like 18-hole golf course. You start getting up to some of these ones. I think, well, that one looks a little bit harder. And then you get over, you've got ones with humps in, you've got one where you've got to send the ball around the circle. So these are the two dormitory blocks that the children were housed in, one either side. And they do look quite massive. This side doesn't look like a lot of it's being used. The other side looks a little bit more used. But you can see how enormous those would have been, how many children they could have housed in there. And if you go off down that way, there's a walk, 2-kilometre walk around the grounds. Goes past a couple of little lakes, through the countryside, which is lovely. You can pay some volleyball there. There's a sort of basketball, football pitch, and then through the gap in the brickwork is a tennis court. And there's the other dormitory building. So I'm having a look round the furthest parts of here where we've got a salon of some sort, hairdressers, salon for coiffure. We have the Spa de Claire, so beauty spa and barbier. And down here we have the equestrian centre. Around here we've got a water town, and you can see they've got upstairs and downstairs outdoor terraces for the bar and the restaurant. Then round here is a swimming pool, which we swam in yesterday. It was actually a really civilised temperature. Apparently the heating is solar powered, so they said it slightly depends how much sun they've had as to how hot it gets. But it was really quite acceptable, and it was just us two in it yesterday. You can see there water in the golf course in the background. It's the garden part for the bar and restaurant. Again, if you're a golfer, it's the 19th hole overlooking where you've just played. And this is the restaurant.
In the house fanning with cameras and shit, and I forgot to take the U-lock off the front wheel, so as I let the clutch out, the bike just stopped and I went over. So the bike was on its side, there's no way I was lifting it out. Joe had walked down to the road down to reception, so I was there all by myself. And luckily Joe wondered where I was and then came back up. So we hoiked the bike back up. Bike's fine, but it broke me even more. Motorbike coming behind. Okay. Okay.
Not quite. Yep. Yep. Oh, we're not going right. It looks so pretty to the right.
No, we're not going right. A river. Yes. There's people canoeing or boating. It's quite nice, isn't it?